What's up, everybody? Kyle Collins here for your Motivational Monday. We've got Inspire You Life Coach Chris Burrell here with us today, joining us. Now, on Feedback Friday, Beverly had a question about betrayal in a relationship.
Right.
Now, I do know Beverly's story, and it is quite a humdinger. Like, it's kind of one of the worst situations you can imagine in terms of betrayal. Mm-hmm. Now, you may not have experienced betrayal in a relationship like we talked about on Friday, but most of us may have moments in our lives, whether it's at work or home or relationships, we have those moments where something's awry.
Correct.
And we're saying for Beverly, those moments may have happened and she may have not taken note of them as well.
Right.
Chris says he wants to kind of plug you into this idea of intuition.
Intuition.
It's going to help keep us all on track.
So we have intuition, mammals.
Yeah.
All mammals have a thing called instinct, right?
Right.
It's designed in nature to keep you protected from danger.
Danger, yeah.
For human beings, I think a lot of us want to reference that as intuition.
Yeah.
For us as human beings, it is that inside voice going, hello, there's an issue, there's a danger.
Something's up here. I don't know what it is, but something's up.
The difference between us and other mammals becomes the issue of emotions.
Yeah.
And the capacity for humans to think.
Yes.
Rationally and irrationally.
And overthink. Yeah.
But for us to think. And emotions like love, lust, sadness, happiness.
Yeah.
So when our intuition comes in or is engaged, a lot of times what I see is that then an emotion comes in to try to justify why that intuition must be wrong.
Because it would
Meaning, in the case of a relationship where someone's cheating on the other individual, it may be, that intuition saying, your gut is saying your spouse is cheating on you.
Yeah.
But your rational thinking process is going through that self-thought of, well, they would never do that. Why would they want to do that? I thought we're happy, I thought life is complete,
And if that happened, I think too, like, if that were a possibility, it's too painful to even think about.
That's right.
So you might just cover over it and be like, put your blinders on.
Right.
Which I think a lot of people in hindsight, they always say that. They say, the warning signs were there. What Chris is saying is the warning signs come from your intuition.
Correct.
It's you picking up on these things that aren't quite, you haven't found anything physical or
right.
but it's that feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, the best way to handle intuition, I think, is a lot of times to take or try to take the emotion out of it and look at it more objectively.
Yeah.
So look at it from the standpoint of, okay, I have to trust my gut.
Yeah.
I'm getting this message for a reason.
Yeah.
So I need to look into this message without being married to a preset outcome.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, because then it becomes, I have this feeling, I don't know what it is, but something's off. But then your mind takes over. Either your emotions take over and blow it up, or your mind takes over and says, it must be this, it has to be this. When it might just be, you just have to explore it, right? Is that what you're saying?
That's all I'm saying.
But listen to it.
Listen to it. Please don't try to bury it because it doesn't go away.
What do you think it, for most, I don't know if you can speak for most people, but what does it feel like, the intuition? Is it the thought that pops out, or is it a physical feeling, or does it depend on the person?
I think it's different for each person. Yeah. It is that gut instinct, though, that you just get that sick feeling in your stomach, perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know how it, is with other people, but for me, I typically get a sense. And a lot of times for me, I have to rely on intuition with a client.
Smart.
So for me, it's extremely important that the client be totally honest with me.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times it's the intuition telling me they're not sharing something with me. And as a life coach, I have to be trained to jump on that intuition.
Yeah.
Because that's where typically I have the most successful sessions.
Yeah, it's the thing they're hiding or covering over.
Correct.
Is it things
and
like
I have to
body
go
language?
in and I have to say, you're not being honest with me. What is it that you're not sharing with me? And it's true from the standpoint of intuition. It's a gut instinct. You're looking at that person you're hearing what they're saying, but you're seeing that there's more to the story.
I love that. How do we plug into that more?
You plug into it more, believe it or not, I believe this, that you have to first be self-confident. And you have to have solid self-confidence.
Sounds like a one-thing thing.
It is.
What are you thinking about for this week?
Yes. You have to be, you truly have to have worked extremely hard on your own self-confidence.
Yeah.
To be confident in yourself enough to believe that your intuition is not going to steer you wrong.
Yeah. To trust that voice. What's one thing we can do this week to explore that?
I think explore the idea of are you 100% confident in yourself in this moment?
Yeah, yeah.
And for a lot of people, I think that's a real hard question to answer.
And in terms of intuition, like one thing, so are you saying like maybe this week when you get that like little feeling, what do you do with it? You just kind of sit with it? Do you just allow it to be, or how would you say that?
For me, I have to break away from everyone else and reflect on it.
Okay.
That's my first step.
Okay.
So, if something's telling me that, now if it's with a client, I'm going to bring it up in the conversation right then and there.
Yeah.
But for me personally, if it's something going on in my life or at work, then I have to step back for a second and reflect.
Yeah.
And think about, what are some other messages that are being sent to me.
Okay. Maybe connect some dots. Because maybe there's a couple of things out there that once you let the feeling just be, you might kind of see some things to pull together.
Right, and things may be going on around you that now that you're aware of your intuition, you're more open to interpreting those other things that are going on because they're probably giving you answers. And it doesn't always mean it's a bad thing. In this situation, yes, this was a bad thing.
Right.
But, in other circumstances, it may be a good thing.
Yeah.
Like you have an intuition that you're about to get a raise at work or, an intuition that you're about to meet the person of your dreams.
Woohoo!
So it doesn't always have to be bad.
Okay, I like that.
But even in those cases, if someone is rationally thinking, well, I'm ugly, I'm fat, no one would ever want to be with me, they're going to walk right by you.
You're going to cancel out the whole experience. Correct. So we're going to be open to it this week.
So you got to be open. You got to start truly reflecting in.
Yeah.
Because if you're 100% there for yourself, now you're open to those messages.
Love that. Secret messages. Gotta love that one.
Yep.
Thanks, Russ. All right, guys. Kyle Collins here. Y'all be good.
Chris Burrell, Inspire You Life Coach. Make it a great week.